Dirty Talks.
My one eye. I just want to make sure we have speed. Dude, all the pressure's on you. Mm-hmm. We are rolling dirty, and you need to take it away.
Alrighty, skaters, welcome back to Dirty Talks, the podcast about roller skating and random topics that myself, Dirty Deborah Harry of the Dirty School of Skate, and the editor and filmer of all videos on the Dirty School of Skate, Rollielocks.
Dirty's spirited sidekick.
This is true. This is true. She makes all the things happen. Today's video is brought to you by Old Bones, people. Old Bones. What do they do? What do they do in skating? They help you. They support you. They are both protective and therapeutic. You can get all of your knee sleeves for compression, your compression socks. You can get a whole, let's just talk cool merch. It's insane. Their merch is so good. But
I love my dirty merch from Old Bones.
Yeah,
we had dirty Old Bones.
We had a little collab.
A picture of Dirty, but she's a skeleton. Mm-hmm. It's so cute.
It's good.
Get yours.
If you go on oldbonestherapy.com, you can check it all out. But in all seriousness, you guys, I joke around and say I'm in my compression era, but I definitely believe in it because I skate so much and I need my feet to feel good. And just wearing them on or off skates, it is like a hug for the foot. Okay. And I ain't lying. I need a little help with the circulation and it definitely helps. And they're cool. They look good too. Baby, you got to look good.
What are we talking about today, Dirty?
So we were joking in our last episode about how we never put these things out, these podcasts, because essentially we're so busy that we don't have time to have like hour-long conversations. And can I just say that I only have to, when I get ready for a podcast, what do? Like shower, okay, do a little hair, do a little makeup.
Your hair looks fabulous, by the way. For those of you who are not viewing, but just listening, Dirty has amazing hair.
I try hard, okay, because I am now 57 and I'm just trying to keep this thing looking good, okay? Like I'm trying not to be too hard on myself, but I went to Catholic school. We've talked about this before. When you show up, you've got to at least, dress for the occasion. So anyway, I try to put it together. But where was I going before that?
Well, you were just saying how all you do on a podcast day is
all
take a shower,
I do is, do a little hair and makeup while I'm listening to some true crime podcast. Meanwhile, Rollielocks is doing all the technical stuff, and you guys don't know this, and it's so funny. We should probably film this. She comes in like an hour and a half before while I'm like curling my hair and just sipping on tea and running around with the dogs or whatever.
She's the diva.
And she's here doing all the technical stuff, lighting, sound, and everything. And then at some point, she has to get on with the god of IT. His name is Spencer. And Spencer is her son. Mm-hmm. Tell him about Spencer.
He's fabulous. I will FaceTime him always because he has to see what I do. And then he's like, Mom, why are you shaking so much? Are you okay? And I'm like, dude, I'm 53. I have a lot of anxiety. I don't know. Drank too much coffee. He's like, hold still. I can't see.
He is the greatest.
But yeah, he solves all of my tech issues. And inevitably, I have yet to record a podcast without his help.
Right? And how
There's
old is
always
Spencer?
a problem. He didn't just turn, but he's 20.
He's 20. And this kid comes over like when we started this, he just put together... it was great. It was like 3 levels of budget for all the things you need to do a podcast. And he had them like in an Amazon thing. And I was like, oh, okay, boom, just buy it now.
He loves that stuff.
Whatever you tell me to do, son, I will do it. So we got it all. And then he came over and he put it all together. And there's not been a time, seriously, where I've had something wrong. I can't figure it out. That he's more than willing, God knows why. He's the kindest individual. Come over and like set everything up, and then I'll screw it up by trying to do something on my own. Then he has to come back and fix it.
I wish I could. I feel like such an imposter because he is my backup plan.
But they grew up with it. It's like a language.
Yeah, and he teaches me over and over, and I have all my notes, and I write it all down. But then a different problem will pop up. Like today, we were upside down. Yeah, the camera was upside down, and
That's
Spencer
great.
had to help solve that problem.
That's
Anyway,
awesome. We
but
should have just
I love
let her,
my kid.
We
I'm
should have just
thankful.
let it go like that. The whole thing
Yeah,
upside
our
down.
listeners
just to
wouldn't
see.
have cared.
Well, yeah.
Only the ones who want to stare at our mugs.
That's funny because I was just thinking, can't you just turn the screen? Apparently not. He is awesome, and I'm so grateful
Dude,
to have
I
him.
will be here any day of the week to sit and listen to wisdom from Dirty Deborah Harry.
Please.
I enjoy this so much. Even the setup, I enjoy it all. I'm learning.
It's fun. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've decided, you guys, going in, in January where you're like, everyone's got like goals. Maybe you're thinking about it in December and you're like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And it's so funny because.
Oh, are you moving into the topic of today?
Because it relates.
All
It's
right.
like, I want to do less. Like, I need to do less. And then what I actually do, I need to want to do. And I'm at a really good place in life where I can start being picky and choosy. And one of the things I said is, I don't care how many people don't listen to this podcast. I want to do it more. Why? Number
Really?
one.
You do? Oh,
Okay.
Teeth.
Oh my God, do I have lipstick on my teeth?
Did this happen?
Okay, hold on.
I can edit
this is
this
how
out.
you get lipstick off your teeth.
Oh.
You go like this. Okay,
Oh.
done. That's the.
And then now it's on your finger.
Just wipe it off. Okay, so anyway, doing
I
less.
interrupted. Yes.
Yeah,
You were
okay,
like,
so
I'm
in
at
our-
a place in my life where
Well, people in society,
can-
you're always pushed. Like, I feel like last year was so crazy. It was like the push to do more things. Like, I never in my life thought that I would be pushed to wake up at like 4:15, 4:30 in the morning and do a cold plunge. Like, I didn't do it. I'm not crazy.
Oh,
I am
okay.
just saying.
I didn't know.
Like, I'm on social media. Like, I'm a consumer of social media, right? And so you get hit with enough of this stuff and you're like, I'm supposed to cold plunge? Like, that early in the morning, apparently to have a good and successful life, I'm supposed to get up at 4:15 and then I need to meditate. Well, if I get up at 4:15 and meditate, that's just me going back to sleep. Okay. And then if I go and do a cold plunge, okay, men, or I don't know, some people were like, yes, it's so beneficial. I don't doubt it too, but like that's a lot. So my husband's like, you could just do a face plunge. And that's where you get a big old bowl of ice water and you plunge your face into it. And I'm just like, listen, dude.
Oh, here comes
The
lesson.
benefits may be great, but I think I'm good. Like, I think I'm really good. And then it was this whole thing about you got to take cold showers. Really? Really? I love
I do.
showering and I like it all nice and warm. Dude, unless this benefit isn't instantaneous.
It is.
Oh.
Have you tried it?
You do the cold shower thing. That's
I
right.
do,
Okay, tell
and
me about the benefits.
But maybe it's not for everyone. And it is torturous.
Oh.
I will tell you that.
Yeah.
But it's only torturous for about the first 10 to 20 seconds. And then after that, and I'm just doing cold showers. So I imagine my coldest is 55 at the most.
Yeah.
It's probably closer to 58, maybe even 60.
Yeah.
It's just the coldest cold of my shower. But it does some kind of endorphin.
Yeah.
And afterwards I am like, I have a euphoric feeling every time. So, but maybe someone
I
like
know.
me needs it more
No,
than
no, no.
someone like
Listen,
you. You
I do
probably
not-
don't need that.
I do not doubt the benefits, but if I need endorphins, like, I don't know, I'd rather just go outside and run in the middle of traffic.
Or just hop on the
Like,
local bus.
Yeah, like, just
Get your
go
endorphins
outside and pick a fight with a random
Yep.
stranger. Okay. Like if I need that kind of boost, like I cannot. And I'm like,
going. And I think
oh.
you are naturally more boosted all on your own. Yeah.
I got the boost.
I think I'm someone who
listen, I don't doubt
needs
it.
it more than
I
you.
don't doubt that it's a good thing.
But do less.
But here's my thing. Like all last year, I felt like social media was just flooded with you absolutely have to do these things. And then it was all like highly scheduled and highly structured. Like, did you ever see what Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark, he has this whole day where he wakes up at like 2:45 in the morning. And then it's just like boom, boom. It's so structured. He even has it structured his family time. And I would imagine, like, for me, if I had a structured family time that was like a half an hour, could you imagine, like you? So Adria's got like 3 kids and a husband. And her husband is like a husband plus like 5.
He's
And could you imagine if you said to him, Derek, I have 30 minutes, go.
Yeah.
We have to get all this done in 30 minutes. Let's talk about our lives, our dreams, our feelings.
No, that makes me stress out.
Right? So Mark, he's doing like 3 different workouts, and then like it's just so crazy, you guys. And I get that for some people, it may work and God bless you. But I felt like, again, all last year was just being hit with all these messages that you had to do this and you had to do that and you had to do this and you had to do that. And it was so highly structured and push that I was like, dude, I just want to do less. So when I thought about, and I set goals for the year, and then promptly forget about them like 1 month in, like, oh, it's February. What were those goals again? So this year I said to myself, I used to do this thing where I would just eliminate one thing from my life. Mm-hmm. Like there was a year, I think it was like 2013, where I was like anti-French fry. I said, for the whole year, I ain't eating fries.
Whoa.
Dude.
Did you make it?
Yes, but it was crazy.
That's
it was
horrible.
Like, it was quitting like, And then one year I quit soda and I gave it up forever.
Are you still a no soda?
Yes, no soda.
Because you like your cold green tea.
No soda.
Good
No
girl.
soda whatsoever
I would
at all.
support that one. I feel like soda.
So I'm kind of good at giving up stuff, but okay. Kind of good at giving up stuff, but forcing yourself to do a bunch of stuff is like, to me, is so stressful. So
That's wild because you kind of naturally are a schedule maker. Like you'll call me, we need to have a meeting, and you'll have your list and your goals.
I have
but
I have a good to-do list.
Yeah, but you put enough pressure on yourself.
So
already.
I have a flexible to-do list. I have a book and it's got like, and I like to write it down and I have it dated out for like the month. And if I think about a task I have to do, but if it doesn't need to be done right now, then I'll put it out a couple weeks or whatever. I said at the beginning of the month, okay, I'm going to do this thing and it's called the Morning Manifest. Of course, I learned about it on social media.
That sounds like something your husband would have you do.
Oh, my husband's like a heavy into meditation and stuff. But anyway, you sit there in the morning and you have your little thing. And again, you're writing it out. And you're writing out, obviously, the things that just come to mind that you want to do, things that you're grateful for. You're just kind of doing a little brain dump. And it might seem silly, but like, I know that in springtime when the water gets warm here, I want to go paddleboard because Tony from Surf City Skates is like, girl, you're going to surf. And I bought a surfboard and I'm just paddling on it, and I'm going to stand up in the summer apparently. So anyway,
You're gonna.
I just keep writing down paddleboarding in the spring. So hopefully, that happens. So
Yeah.
I've got little things that I write about, whether it's health, fitness, whether it's skating goals. Like in skating, one of my big things is, and you're going to love this.
Oh, don't.
This is part doing something, but doing less. Like I'm giving up stuff that I don't need to be doing so I can do this.
Don't tease
which
me.
is, I'm going to get back to the skate park. Come on.
My gosh, I might cry.
I'm ordering new skates.
Oh my
I'm super excited
gosh.
because I'm going to teach at the Moxie skate camp.
Oh, yeah?
And listen, I skated at skate parks for a long time, but you can't go in there like.
We thank Dirty Deborah Harry for paving the way. And there is space for you to be where you're at.
Yeah.
And I don't mean it at your age, meaning that's a bad thing, but to be an example of what we can do, when we're not looking to die.
Oh, yeah, look.
And I mean,
really
I
good.
love watching you skate, and and that's never going to go away. And I'm so excited because you're like art in the bowl.
I try.
You are an artistic
I try
skater
to do
in
figure
the bowl.
skating in the bowl.
Yeah, and all that coping skills, all of those things, that doesn't need to happen.
I know. I'd
be
rather
the
more
carver.
of a bowl skater
Yeah.
than a ramp skater, because the ramp, like when I go to
quick.
your ramp, it's like you drop in and I'm like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
right at the other side having to make quick decisions.
Yeah, no,
I don't know
that's
if
not
you
for
know
you.
this, young people, but your reaction time as you get older.
I keep hearing that.
Oh my God, you're like, how is the other side of the ramp already here? I do
Yeah.
not have time to react. I got to get in a big bowl and just like take big carving.
It's beautiful to watch you do it.
So this doing less thing, let's try to get me
Yeah,
back on
back
track
on
about
track.
doing less.
This so far sounds like
Dude,
not
this
doing less.
year,
So tell me
once
more.
I started writing out like my morning manifest, this kind of brain dump of like things that I want to do and then things that I need to remind myself of. There's this whole idea about romancing your life, which is being really into the simple pleasures of your life and reminding yourself why you have good things in your life, even if you're in a crisis. There's, searching for that, searching for the gratitude for things that you already have. Et
Oh
cetera,
my
et
gosh,
cetera.
I could speak on that a little when you're done, because I
You're
can
like,
relate.
make a
That's
point,
matching.
make a point,
No,
Dirty.
it's just matching me now too.
So I have like so many things that I thought I had to do last year for my life, for my business. And you just have to do this. And it felt like there were so many things that I was doing that in reality I needed to do, but I needed to not worry about it. Okay. It could be something as simple as I got to do this social media post for this class that I'm teaching. And then I'm spending extremely too much time on it because I can't find the right song and I don't feel like it's, and I'm like, Dirty, no one's watching it. They watch it for like 3 seconds and then maybe they like it, maybe they don't, and they scroll past. So why do I care what's at mark 59 of the 60-second video you're putting out? It's not that important. Calm down. And I started seeing things in real perspective. Like, this stuff isn't that. I just need to get the information out. Don't stress about it. Do not stress about it. Things do not have to be perfect. Like I would stress if I was going to the rink and I thought I wasn't going to be there on time because I went to Catholic school and, you go to hell if you're not on time. So I would be like super stressed about it. And I was like, it's not like I have the key and I have to open the place. It's already open. I get there when I get there. So this whole idea of do less. Okay. Did you guys ever see Finding Sarah Marshall, the movie?
If that was a question for me, no, ma'am, I have not.
Okay. So it's with Russell Brand. And, oh my God, the guy from, is it How I Met Your Mother? Anyway, there's this point where they're in Hawaii and he's getting a surf lesson. And the surf instructor is hilarious. And he keeps telling him what to do. And the guy is not getting it. And then the instructor keeps going, well, just do less. Do less. do less. And the guy keeps doing less. And then he goes, well, now you're not doing anything. He's like, you told me to do less. But that always stuck with me because when I teach people, a lot of times I'm like, you just need to do less. Like you too crazy right now. You're pushing too much. You're throwing your arms around too much. Just do less. Move those feet less, So I'm thinking in my mind this year, as I go through, I will conscientiously do less to make sure that I have room for the things that I really should be doing. A lot of times the things that I really should be doing are things that I've avoided the year before. Now, I can safely avoid the cold plunge, the cold shower.
It's not necessary.
And all that other cold stuff. Okay, all that, I can avoid that. But what I can't avoid is skating in different genres, different disciplines, and whatnot that used to give me joy. The skate park. Like, I just got to get back to it. It's calling me. It's a little siren song, right? So when I think of going back, you know how you go back to something and you're like, most of the time people, because I hear this, it's like, well, I used to be able to do this and I used to be able to do that. So now in my idea of doing less, I'm just going to go there and do less.
Do less at the skate park.
Just be real cute. Just cruise around, wink at the boys,
Enjoy where you're at. That is relating to me as well. I have changed my mindset specifically because that's my genre of skate, but to just appreciate what I can do.
Yeah.
And just let it go wherever it wants to in that day. And I feel so much better. There was a time where I was fighting myself.
You're incredible, though.
Okay.
Please don't let her. Listen,
I am not. I am
this
a
girl's
plain
so good.
vanilla
No, you are.
skate parker. Yes, I have no blocks. I do not slide. I barely can grind. I'm still working, but it doesn't matter. It makes me happy. It's therapy. And just like you said, it's just the movement, the flow. It's the same as a rink in a way.
Yeah.
It's just a different flow. But seeing you personally, for me, seeing you do what you do in a bowl, I know many skaters that would want to just be able to do what you do.
Yeah.
And I know you sell it as not like a big deal or impressive, but it is.
I think when you come from, my only excuse is this, when you come from a figure skating background, you really your expectations of what you should be able to do are in the back of your mind. Just, you have to correct it because in figure skating is the constant pursuit of better, bigger, faster, more revolutions, more elements, constant, right? So when you
That's what you were trained
when
on.
When you do less, you have got to put more feeling into the thing that you're doing less to get the joy out of it, right?
Ooh. So you mean
like I can be at the rink and just do a simple 1 foot spin, but if I'm feeling it and really extending my arms and spinning, then it's like, hey, it look good, right? That look good. I feel it, right?
That is really good advice. I remember when I first started skating in the skate parks, a sheepish skater told me, and I was just a clunky little beginner, and she said, whatever you do, just do that. Finish it. Make it look good. Make it your own. It doesn't have to be. And that sat with me forever. And then, of course, you come along and reiterate all of that.
Yeah.
And that's when it is fun.
Yeah.
When you do less or expect less of yourself. I do. And I think it makes sense that last year you were like, no more park skating because you were so wound up trying to check everything off of your list and do more to here and do more there. And then the thought of being crazy balls out at the skate park probably would just it matches a cold plunge.
I think in my brain, it was like, I'm so wired from thinking, okay, no, I'm totally wired from giving way too much importance to things that don't matter, that I don't have control over, that I can't think, oh, I'm going to do this quasi-dangerous thing. Brain's like, no, we got to get rid of one of these. These I can actually do. This one seems super dangerous. Let's just not do that for a while. And now I'm like, oh my God. And even when it comes to like finances, all last year on social media was just this overconsumption. It's like Stanley Cups, like all that crazy stuff of acquiring things. No, I didn't. I don't even have
bombarded with.
I just got this, and it says dirty
I
on
know,
it. It was a gift.
But you're talking about social media a lot, so I'm wondering if
yes.
that kind of got to you.
Yeah, it's just bombarding you with you need all of these things. You need all of this skincare. You need all of these clothes. You need all of these accessories. You need all of these things for your kitchen. You need stuff for your home, stuff for your car. Like it was just bombarding, right? And then now I'm like, oh, let's just do less. Like, hey, I don't need to push myself to make so much money when I could I know it's a revolutionary idea. How about we just spend less? Like, just spend less money, dude, and you don't have to make so much. When I don't have to make so much, I don't have to work so hard. When I don't have to work so hard, boom, I can skate at the skate park.
And you're happier. And you're just happier.
And then I'm more in the moment, and then I'm not worried about getting hurt. Now, I used to never say that. People would be like, are you afraid of getting hurt? I'm all getting hurt. Like, that's not even in my mindset, right? But I'm 57, so there needs to be a little bit of I would say, your risk assessment. You need to be kind to yourself and be like, is this the best thing I can be doing right now? Like, should I launch for this or just say no and just try to look good doing what I can do?
And you still have so much to share and give in that genre, in the skate park genre, like teach. Even though, you keep measuring against whatever, I am telling you, like.
What was funny because I talked to
You've been one of the best coaches for me, and, and I know I'm doing more than, quote, you do. My light died. But it doesn't matter. You being there, you understanding the movement of the transition and the geometry of it is such a benefit to me.
That's probably like one of my favorite things to do, because when I see someone who's really good and like you'll go, what am I doing? Like I'm trying to do this and I can't figure it out, and I'm all, let me see you do it.
Yeah.
And
you'll see it.
I love to see the little things that don't look right. Like I think I told you my husband plays golf. And I didn't know anything about golf, right? And I kept telling my husband, you need to take lessons if you're going to. And my husband's like, oh, I don't need to take lessons. I know a lot about golf. And I said, how do you know about golf? And he goes, I played the Tiger Woods game in college.
Don't you love that kind of confidence?
Yeah. So he went out there and taught himself how to play golf. So then I would go with him every once in a while because I like that. I'm not afraid, people. I will get on that golf cart and I'll have a drink, okay? I'm going to drive that golf cart around. I love it, right? So I'm driving the golf cart around and then I'm seeing him and I'm like, that looks weird. That looks weird. And he's struggling, right? And I just tell him, look, dude, I don't know anything about golf, but your hips look weird. I don't know anything about golf, but your head's not in the right spot.
Oh,
I can't tell you how to fix it because I don't know anything about golf, but I can tell you when something's wrong. So I know there's times when you're like, oh, I'm trying to do this.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be like, I don't know how to do that, but I know what's wrong.
Oh, for sure. I wish I could come up with an example right now, but I can't. But you have.
I was like, you need to put more weight on the other foot or just
things
something
like that,
really small.
Or your shoulders or your head or whatever, just.
So in the spirit of doing less, I get to do more. So this is fun because like I'm going to do the Moxie skate camp, right? And I'm going to be teaching there. I talked to Estro about it and I was like, I only really want to do it if I know there's going to be people there that need what I have to offer, which is I really am in the business of beginners because I know that if I can get you off on a good foot, then you're going to be a long-term skater.
That foundation is everything. I watch so many beginner skaters building not good habits.
Yeah.
And learning good habits from the beginning from someone like you is a huge help in their skate park game, especially with the sport that they can get injured easier or, more frequently. If you have a better foundation, like one of the things you used to nail me on is whatever you do on one side, you need to do it on the other. And it's come in handy because I've gotten myself out of a pickle on like my non-dominant, my up and coming side or whatever, because Dirty has told me to practice
do it both ways.
That's a simple example, right? Like, but that kind of information is so important for a beginner park skater in particular. Yeah. Because I think in the long run, it gives them the foundation that they're going to have fewer injuries straight, and be better skaters.
So when I talked to Estro, she said, oh no, a lot of beginner skaters come to camp. And I was like, they do? And I said, do you have a flat area? And she said, yes, we do. We do some dance skating too. And I said, okay, cool. Because if I can get them good on flat, right? Mm-hmm. And I can get them to do some dance. We can get you on a ramp and get you to pump back and forth. No problem. Yep. Like this stuff is so interrelated, right? And then I'm also excited because I know that there is a fair amount of older skaters that are coming. So the over 40 crowd.
When they find out, has it been posted yet that you're teaching?
No.
I think that's going to be a big deal. I think you're going to have quite a few people. I know for me, like if I was random and I didn't have this amazing access to you, I would be like, I'm going. Dirty's there. I need to learn from Dirty because she's my call. You're in my generation and you speak my language. Not that
we're Gen X.
Yeah, Gen X. There's just something about a fellow Gen Xer, especially at a skate park.
Because we're survivors. We're out of all those kids and all the dangerous things we did.
I mean,
we're still here.
I know. Like, I think every generation has their thing. And Gen X certainly is an interesting position between the raw dogging it on your own, no parental supervision, dropped off at the mall, fending for yourself against predators. I mean, like serious stuff. And then also learning social media and the social end of it. And we're right in the middle.
Right.
Yeah, it's wild. But anyway,
so I feel like I can do this. I have not taught at this event before. And I used to pack my schedule. Boom, boom, boom. I gotta be working all of these days. I had this mentality that if I wasn't working constantly, then somehow everything would go away. Like you'll lose everything if you're not just driving and grinding. And then I'm like, girl, I don't want to grind anymore. I want to walk into the rink or walk into a class or a skating session of my own and just enjoy all the people that are there and enjoy what I'm doing. So this is going to make sure that I know what to do. I'm going to do less. I'm going to make sure that the things that I'm focused on are truly the things that I want to do, and then be able to differentiate the importance of one thing versus another. Like, you got to get real with yourself. Most of the stuff that we spend our days doing that we're getting done doesn't matter. Or it'll get done. Like, it'll get done. Calm down. And I'm speaking about me because this is like my brain is constantly going with, I got to do this, I got to do that. I also like things in order.
She does. She is like sleeping with the enemy. I'm not even kidding. If you open her cupboard.
Wait, if you ever saw the movie Sleeping with the Enemy, it's like a horror movie. And I thought it was a how-to. I was like, why is Julia Roberts running from this man who has such organized cabinet?
Oh my God, I'm not even kidding. Okay, you know how Dirty says
I was
that.
So
I come
into
in
it.
And I set up everything. I come in an hour early while she's in her makeup room getting all bougie. And I'm climbing around her desk and plugs and cords. There is zero dust. I'm ashamed every time I come here because I'm like, it's so clean. Right. But it's not sterile. It's not not unwelcoming. No. I love being here. I never feel like I can't like
You know
take
why
my
it's
clothes
still-
off or whatever.
Hey.
Take my shoes, whatever. You know what I mean?
Take your clothes off.
Like this woman
Do
is
less.
hardcore.
Wear less.
Yeah.
This is how I describe my house. It is clean, it is tidy, but it still has just a touch of dog hair. You know what I mean?
It's got some dirty.
Just a little dog hair, just to make it feel friendly. Okay, you can walk in here with your shoes on. I ain't gonna make you take your shoes off. You can roller skate in my house, but I do like order. But I have to tell myself, if I have less things, if I'm not worried about doing so many things, if I just do less, I will get more. So writing, and this weird thing about writing this morning manifest every day.
I think that's fantastic.
You guys, it has been so good for me. It has been so good for me because as I'm writing about things that I want to do in the future, it's getting my brain away from, I didn't do this. I didn't do my cold plunge. I didn't do this. It's getting me away from that because I'm like, springtime, we're going to paddleboard. And I've got all these little things. We're going to get back to the skate park. But it's now in a joyful way, not like a have to way.
Yeah. It's the good. It's the hope. It's focusing on the good things.
Yeah. And when you think about skate park, I'm like, okay. I was so out of skate park skating where I thought, okay, it's not going to be a thing for me anymore. I gave Tony my skates. She sold them to some person. There's someone rolling around with my skates on.
I'm glad you didn't tell me that. I would have had a funeral.
It was crazy. No, it was funny. But I came to the realization that, the things that you really love to do, you can do them, but you may have to stop doing other things in order to create enough emotional, mental, and physical space for you to do the things that you really want to. So it's funny because I was like, how long have I been suffering with this? Where I thought I have to do every event or I have to do every...
Let's not discount it though, because I do think that has been what's got you to the place you're in now. I think you're younger, you can do more. And I don't mean it to be ageist or anything, but there is something about bathing in the fruits of your labor. You've put in a lot of time and energy and you were able to do more and juggle more and have more, but you're in a space where doing less.
Yeah. Okay, so I was in a building.
Reward.
I was in a building mode for a long time. Just building, and I had dreams, I had aspirations. I was I felt like I was a little I would kick the door in and then get my friends in, and we're doing this together. I love that stuff, right? I love it. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Kicking in less doors.
Yeah, and now I'm like, I got the key. I'll open it up later. No kicking stuff down.
That's even better.
Right? Don't worry about it. So I'm okay. Ask my husband if I'm easier to be around. Because he had this thing where he would say, and this was very early on in our relationship, so early, he would go, when you come home from work, you have nothing left. And I was like, what do you mean? I can go all night. I was in but now I feel like this is such a beautiful space to be in where I can say, okay, I've built enough and now it's time to enjoy the things that I've built and then to organically open up new spaces and new ways of doing things. And the old rules don't necessarily apply to me at this age. And I was watching this video the other day, and this guy was talking about, or it was a female, I'm sorry. She was talking about how for women, there's a certain age range where you're flooded with hormones that compel you to worry about other people, their emotional state, fixing things, making sure that everything around you is in order, that it's all taken care of. You feel so responsible.
It's a burden. It's a burden.
that switch is like, boop. And you're like, guess what? I don't care anymore. You know who I care about? Me. Okay, let's go. Like, I got myself back. Like, this, I'm going first. I'm going, get out of the way. I'm going first. Like,
I love it.
I'm going
I love
first. And
that.
it's like, oh, I see you. I see that you're suffering. It's cool. Don't worry about it. You're going to be okay. Like, I don't have to stop
Rescue.
everything and freak out and then worry about that situation. Like, I think like you've been alive long enough, you get better at life. And then when these hormones calm down and allow you to just be you, you can be like, oh my God, what do I want to do?
I am so glad you shared that. I think this is the deepest dirty talks I've ever experienced with you.
It's a hormonal
I
thing.
didn't even have to pry it out of you. It just came organically.
This is like the stuff that, again, when I'm talking about social media. Okay, let's talk when TikTok got turned off for 12 hours. Okay.
Withdrawals.
When I'm on social media, I don't care. I love TikTok. Listen, I get heavily influenced to buy stuff I don't need, and then I learn stuff. Can I just say I think I've learned more about health on social media than any doctor visit I've ever been to, ever, right? So that's how I learned about the hormones.
Oh.
That's how I learned about why was I so wacky for decades? Why did I care about so many people? Even
Put
more
him in my car and drive him around.
Nah, that's just
because
me.
I feel like the burden
No.
to love.
That is me being hospitable,
I
which
know.
I
I'm
learned.
sorry.
I straight learned from the Australians.
It's amazing.
Every
She's
time
amazing.
I've
and
been
she
down
will
there.
still do it.
5 times, and the Aussies are the number one best at hospitality. So I learned.
So on social media.
So on social media,
You learned all your health.
I learned a lot.
And then TikTok shut
TikTok
off.
was down for 12 hours, right? Down for 12 hours. And was I bummed? Yes. I wasn't crazy, though. I didn't delete my account. People. Okay. So the next day, my husband and I are doing the super fun thing that you do at our age now. It's Sunday.
Okay, am I supposed to guess? Is it when you go to the marketplace and buy
Of course.
pickled eggs?
Go to the farmer's market, you
And
go to
farmers-
Costco, you go to
yeah.
Lowe's, okay? I think there's a movie, was it Old School? Where Will Ferrell's like,
You are always referring to movies. I love it.
we live in Southern California. How can you not? When he was talking about going to Lowe's or Home Depot on a Sunday. But anyway, like my husband and I have got our thing. So we're doing that. Midway through that, I'm on. Boom, we're back. I get an alert that TikTok's back. I start yelling. I go, oh my God, we're back. We're back. And he's like, what? What are you talking about?
Didn't
I
know
said,
we were gone.
you need to drive me home right now. And he goes, wait a minute. Don't you want to go to Trader Joe's? And I'm like, dude, I need to focus. You need to get me home right now. Takes me home, and I'm just like, oh, we're back. We're back. Yeah, everyone's back. Everyone's here. This is great.
I love it.
Yeah, because I was like, how will I know about how all these hormones affect my body if
Thank
someone on
God for
TikTok
TikTok.
doesn't tell me? That for decades I was way too worried about other people.
I know. No, it's true.
Now I don't have to be, but it's just hormonal.
But I mean, I'm telling you, social media does teach you a lot. Like to piggyback off of your do less attitude this year,
Yeah.
mine is do less and look for good. Look for the
Oh
good
my
in your
God,
life,
yeah.
right? So my husband, bless his heart, I was having a real bad day back in December. Just the world. It's just a lot, right? I mean, just family stuff. I had a breakdown, and we're sitting there together.
Well, it is the holidays.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot.
If you're going to
It's
have
been
a
lot.
breakdown, it's during the holidays.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, honey, I just saw this on TikTok. There's this psychologist interviewing a guy, and he said, look around the room and memorize everything you see that's red. And the guy looks around the room and okay. And then the psychologist goes, now tell me everything you saw that was brown. And the guy looks at him and he could only name like one thing, you know? And he's like, I can't. I wasn't looking for red. I wasn't looking for brown. I was looking for red. And he said, exactly. You're going to see what you're looking for. And so my lovely husband told me that. He's like, what are you busy looking at? You know, you need to look for the brown in your life. And I said, well, I don't like brown. Can I look for the green? And he's like, yes, it can be green. And green is hope. Green is good. So I bought these two. I'm holding, for those of you listening, I was watching Project Runway, and one of the designers had his model in 2 thumb rings, black thumb rings in their pocket, and they were walking and they looked fabulous. And I was like, well, I'm buying. I did spend money. It wasn't a lot.
You could spend money.
2 green thumb rings to be on at all times. And so it reminds me that I'm to look for the green, which green equals good if you didn't catch that. Yeah. And it matches kind of like do less. And then while you're doing less, look for the good.
I love it.
You know, there's even a Bible verse that I read. It was, Philippians. It's like, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, to think on those things. Yeah. And that's good advice because your brain, I mean, you could say that for anything. Like if you're going to buy a new car, all of a sudden the car you want is everywhere.
I know.
Right? It's just what we focus on.
You need a brown dog.
A green one. I need a green dog.
My husband's brown. I'm good. I see the brown.
You see the brown. But you get
Is
me.
the brown home yet?
I didn't mean like I don't like brown, like I don't like. I was being, a bratty little girl. I know. I just like the color green.
I'm all, the brown will be home at 6:00. I love it though.
Yeah. So it kind of matches your mindset too. And maybe it's because I think I am going through the change. So maybe it's happening to me, this whole hormonal transition of no more hormones.
I know there are women out there that are like, oh yeah, when I hit a certain age, I no longer give up. You do not. And it's crazy. It's like,
I'm ready.
It's like when you start to lose your eyesight, like close up, right? There was just
and
one
then
day.
Like, hey, I'm not that ugly.
One day I could see.
Look in the mirror.
One day I could see. And one day I was like, 16 pairs of these, okay? It happened, boom, just like that.
Yeah,
and
but then you look in the mirror and you're like, hey, I look good.
I look in the mirror and I'm like,
it's all fuzzy.
Almost so we got another shot at this thing. Like every morning when I wake up and I stumble out of bed. No, I'm pretty good at getting out of bed now. You know why? Because
your dogs.
Oh, no. About a year ago, I got influenced on TikTok and bought that vibrational plate thing. You guys, that thing is a miracle worker. You stand on it, just vibrate your whole body, get your lymphatic system moving.
Oh my God. I remember you brought that to RollerCon.
Dude, the thing is she brought that to RollerCon. This thing is the greatest. So imagine me, I gotta
try it.
My husband couldn't stand it because he can't stand the sound of it.
Okay.
So I had to move it out to the garage, right? So now, in the spirit of doing less, but not really, here's me like every day. I stand on the vibrational place, right? Crank that thing up because I'm ready to it's just shaking your whole body and I'm in. I got real good balance, I could stand on one foot with it, and the thing's like at 99.
You do that every morning?
Oh, yeah, I do. It's the greatest. But here's why I do it. And again, I feel like this is it's just a combo of things. Okay, imagine, if you will, I'm in my garage, standing on my vibrational place, just going, am I wearing a chin strap? No. Something in the head? Because I am worried.
You need
about
to send me a selfie.
Section of my,
dude, tell me about
because social media told me that I can't have this.
So you put your little thing on.
I got it all strapped up. Okay, look, I don't know if this does anything. I might as well just duct tape it, but whatever. I got it all strapped up. Okay, so I'm standing on the vibrational plates, and then, of course, the dog. The dog needs a walk. It needs to play. Look, we can do that right now. What I can do
chuck
is
the ball.
grab my tennis racket. The dog brings me the ball, drops it off on the vibrational plate because the dog is trained.
So you're getting squats.
Now I'm squatting, right, and smacking this ball with the tennis racket. I'm doing backhands, just everything, slicing.
Wow.
Okay, so then I'm like, oh, dude, I got to stand on this thing for 15 minutes. The dog can go like 5 in a row, and then it's like salivating and getting crazy.
Yeah.
I might as well lift weights.
Oh my gosh, dirty.
So I have all these dumbbells, right? I mean, I have 2 10s. I've got a 15, a 20, and a 25, right? So I'm like vibrating away, standing here, just biceps, let's
that
go,
not
let's
the
go.
hottest
I'm
thing?
What? Doing this, and we got that 25.
With your chin strap
and we're
on.
just with the chin strap on. The dog's
You're just checking
ready
everything
to
off
play
the list.
tennis. I'm doing some balance work. But I'm still not cold plunging, okay? I'm gonna do all of
think you need
that.
to.
But then I'm always thinking, thank God my garage is set back, because I'm telling you, people are just crossing, walking their dogs in front of my house. And I'm just thinking, if any of those looked at me. So anyway, my husband is like fully into meditation. So meanwhile, he's in the house, just like got his, he's all like seated in that position that I can never sit in. Crisscross, crisscross, applesauce.
Right.
I can't even crisscross, but I will have some applesauce.
Oh, yes, you will.
Okay.
With
So-
your egg salad.
Right?
Or pickled eggs.
Pickled eggs. So my husband's all meditating and stuff and doing, got his third eye going and going to like other levels and stuff. I don't even know. He's so into it. It's so great. Again, me meditate, me sleep. And so he comes out, he's just like, okay, what are you doing? I'm on many things. Many things are happening right now. We're vibrating our lymphatic system. We're lifting our chin, okay? Because I ain't paying for plastic surgery, okay? We're playing tennis, for agility and hand-eye coordination, getting the dog in for like running and chasing the ball. I'm also listening to the news,
And you're squatting.
squatting.
I'm saying
Lifting.
this is not an example of you doing less.
Okay, so I feel like it is only because I've got them all in the same time.
Okay.
Like it's like 15 minutes. I've gotten 27 things done.
Okay.
And then now I'm really shocked. Literally, after that, I'm like, okay, sit down and dedicate. I'm like 45 minutes of, oh my God, I've got to post on social media. People think like, oh, it's fun. I'm not the techiest person, okay? So
No, it's definitely a chore.
it's a chore.
Yeah.
It's a chore. But then I tell myself, you know what, girl? You could be going to a job.
I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're doing it. I saw you resurrecting old teasers. I saw you put it out there and just slap on the title. I was like, that's my girl.
I'm in my rerun era.
Yeah,
where
she's
you just
not asking me to do it anymore, which
Okay.
I'm really kind of thankful. But I have to, anyway.
Okay, we have been making videos for so long, right? And we got like 400 some odd videos for the longest time. Again, do less. I was thinking you can only put out the video once and then you just walk away from it and forever
No
it sits
way.
there in the library and you never revisit it because you need to constantly put out
Absolutely.
new stuff
No.
in my brain.
Use
And
what
I
you
was
got.
like, why don't I just put out, reruns, okay? So
Yeah,
then,
I mean-
of course, but here's the thing about reruns. You get like, people are like, if you
Nobody knows.
no, if you know, girls. You get a text and it goes like, "Oh my God, you look really skinny in that video." And I'm all, "Yo, that's because it was 5 years ago." And then the awkward hee back. I'm like, I'm sorry, but this is
It was
is
you.
where we're at.
Doesn't matter.
No,
you.
it's just funny, but I don't care anymore. Like, I mean, I care and do less. I'm just like not caring about it as much. But I'm like social media, so I'm dedicating that time so that it doesn't haunt me all day long. And
Get it out of the way.
I get it out of the way. And you know what the greatest thing about it is? It works because when I see people at the rink or they come to class, they say, I found you on TikTok or I found you on Instagram. Now it's like, I found you on Clapper. I found you because, when TikTok went down,
You were like, damn, where am I going?
I'm on Red Note. I was jumping on everything there. And then I just kept it going. So now it's hilarious, but Red Note is hilarious because I don't know what the hell I'm doing on there. I just
do we
post
ever?
and then people send me messages in Chinese. And then I answer them in Chinese, but I don't know what it's saying because I can't figure out how to put the translate thing on it. So, and
You're
then,
just hoping for the best.
oh no, this is the best. I have friends here who speak English. And now on Red Note, we just send each other messages in Chinese, but we don't know what it says. But it's sort of like, hi. And it's like, dink. And you send a message and you don't know what it says. I do not know what it says.
So wait a minute. I think this is an example of all things work for good. It sounds like if TikTok didn't go down, you would have never made your way to Red Note.
And sending random
And now you
Chinese
have
messages.
a whole new fan base.
Listen.
Maybe we need to travel.
So we need
Not.
to look at this. I told my husband this. I said, dude, I'm on Red Note. Okay. So, and then I brag about this every time I open it up. Let's see where I'm at. I'm on Red Note. Okay.
Tell us how many
I
followers.
have 11 followers. 11 followers. And I am following 18. Okay. I don't know these people. I know like 2 of them. Right. So this is hilarious when I look at this though, but some of them, I'm like, dude, I got 77 views on this thing. And I'm totally laughing. Like, this is so fun. It's like starting over, And then, oh, shoot. Wait,
Get them glasses on, Dirty.
who am I kidding?
Get them glasses
Got
on.
112 views on one video.
Nice.
So it's pretty funny, you guys. I'm on Clapper. I've been
That name, I just can't get.
Lemonade. I'm on that. Lemonade's doing pretty good.
Okay.
And then-
I'm glad you're taking care of all that stuff because I dropped the ball a long
Okay.
time ago. Although, I have to digress a little. I said, I'm so glad you're doing it. I mean, Dirty, I'm here for you. If you need me to do any of that,
Oh no,
I will
Listen,
do it. And I
know
love
that
you,
I can,
and I love doing it.
I love you.
Sort of,
I love
but
doing it
I-
as well.
I have to.
And I know I can always bother you.
Okay.
Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. I will apologize first and then really hope that you say yes.
I like that your standards aren't so high. So the problem with me is like you were saying with the music and all of that. Like it'll take me an hour.
I know,
to
it's-
curate a
So
post for you,
lately-
and then all of the perfect placement
The music. I'm
closed
like,
caption
I'm going to
and-
start
oh
going random. Some of the best videos on social media are the raw stuff with just a bunch of background noise.
Yeah.
It's like a truck backing up or something. Do less. I don't care. On Red Note. Okay, the music, dude. I just random. Woo! I don't know what song this is. It sounds nothing like what I want. Okay, that's the song. I don't even care. It is like the Wild West. You can just do anything because I'm not sure my 11 followers are going to worry about it, let alone see it.
right.
So yeah,
Dirty.
it's fun.
And when we're done with this podcast, can I go stand on your vibrating plate?
Yes. Oh my God, we'll take a video of it.
I want to take a spin
Okay.
on that.
Can I also? Okay. I have benefited from this last year in social media, or the last 2 years, probably 3 years of like this consumption thing, right? You got to buy all this stuff. You've been influenced. So in the morning and at night, all day, dude, I have options. Can I stand on the vibrating plate? Yes. But what if I just want my feet massaged? Did I buy a full-on hardcore legit foot massager? Not a BS one, like a real one? that has all kinds of settings. And do I, at nighttime, sit in my open garage? Because again, my husband doesn't like the sound.
You're so cooperative.
I'm like man caving it out there.
It sounds like it.
I'm watching movies or YouTube or whatever on my laptop with my foot in the foot massager, and I just keep pushing it over and over. I'm out there for like 2 hours just getting this totally intense massage, right? Okay. Then he comes out and he goes, again, it's always like, what are you doing? I've got this mask on my face. It's supposed to, like, I don't know. It's some kind of anti-aging thing. But when you put it on, it's black and it's got all these lines in it. Okay, but it fully covers your face, and then it glows red on the inside because it's some, infrared light thing that's supposed to, cure your skin and get rid of wrinkles and whatnot. So I look like Tron.
I need to be your neighbor.
I got the laptop with the feet and the foot massager and the Tron mask on, because it's nighttime. I already did the chin strapping in the morning. Husband coming out like, what the hell is going on, right? So I'm just like, just do my thing. Okay. So then after that, I can go into the house, and I also bought that eye massager mask thing that just like aggressively massages your eye sockets.
I feel like you're like a gadget gal.
Oh, full on. Like there's this new one that's vibrating, and then you can also twist with it. And I was like, I might buy that. But I'm in my do less, like don't spend
so much money.
So, but I do have these gadgets. I think I got this one. So one time he comes out to the garage and he's like, goes to hand me something, and I can't receive what he's trying to give me because I have my hand shoved in this thing that's a hand massager.
Oh my goodness.
And it's like this whole contraption. You put your hand in it and it compresses, it smashes your hands. Dude, it's so good.
Whatever you're doing, it's working because you look amazing, lady.
Okay, again, compression socks, compression knee, vibrate. Like this is my whole...
Compress and vibrate.
Compress and vibrate. That is what we're
title
doing
this episode
for the whole year.
We're going to compress
Okay,
and
so
vibrate.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I do all of this so I don't have to take a cold shower.
The moral of the story.
I would rather...
I'm all right with it. I'm going along on this ride.
Yeah.
I'm going to do less too.
Well, and I'm also...
Wait a minute. Do you drink coffee?
Yes. But
when do you drink it? Before the shake or after the shake?
No. Let's talk about the coffee thing. Okay, so my husband, again, he's all meditative, right? And he's like reaching new levels and stuff. So we're out on a Sunday visiting grocery stores, and we're at Lazy Acres. And he's like, I think we need these mushrooms. Now, it's the package like...
Wait, but these aren't the
microdosing
yes.
mushrooms, and you throw them in your coffee? And I'm like, yes, please. Like, okay, I'll do that.
What happened?
Awesome. I am less bitchy. That's just it.
I've never seen you bitchy in my life. Okay, but maybe your husband has. And
ask my husband.
Where do I get this stuff?
Ask
I need
random people at the rink who do things that make me mad.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, I need to know. What are these mushrooms?
Can I go get it? Hold on one second.
Go get your
Hold, please.
I want to see that mushroom coffee.
So, you guys, this is called...
I need to take a picture of it.
We got to do this so I can give it some... Okay. Micro shrooms instantly and dissolves in beverages. Medicinal mushrooms for energy, immunity, brain, and gut health. Micronized for maximum absorption.
Hold up. Do you add it to your coffee or is it your coffee?
Oh, no, I add it to the coffee because you can't make this into coffee. It's... I guess... Yeah. It's vegan. It's organic. It's gluten-free.
So you notice a change in your mindset.
Dude.
Okay. So, okay. So like,
can
do
I
you
just
feel funny? Can you drive a car? I don't know. I just am asking.
I don't think these things have what you would think of as active ingredients. Like it's not going to, like if you drink a bunch of alcohol, that's an active thing. It's like, oh my God, I'm losing, functionality.
Psilocybin? What is it?
I think this just makes me friendlier. Okay, less aggressive.
All right,
I think
gonna
it
try it.
clears a little bit of the brain fog.
Okay, do you shroom before or after you shake?
Okay.
Is it shake then shroom or shroom then shake?
It depends.
Or do you shake and shroom at the same time?
I'm super lucky because my husband gets up to go to work before I do. And he literally is like, I'm in bed,
Don't tell
with
me
a
he
face
brings you
mask
his
on.
coffee.
He'll go
your
like
coffee.
this. Deb, do you want coffee? And I go, yes, I do.
Oh my God, I'm so
and
jealous
then
right
I
now.
will not get out of bed until the coffee is done and it's next to the chair in the living room. And when I get up, the dogs get up. Like the dogs just lay there with me. Like we're all girls. We're just waiting. We're like, Daddy's making us something.
You need to tell that man thank you on behalf of all the wives in America.
Yeah.
There is, unless I'm sick or dying, there is no way Derek's making me coffee.
No, he does. It's like every morning. And I'll get up out of bed
He's
for
a
that.
hero.
So when I was a kid, I would really get out of bed like big time if I knew there were Frosted Flakes.
That does make a difference.
It was like, I would be like,
Mom went shopping.
I'm so tired. And then I was like, dude,
Frosted
there's
Flakes.
Frosted Flakes.
The toy. I'm going to
Run
get
it
the
down there.
prize out of the
Oh, yeah.
box.
Dude, I'd be like, thank you, Tony. Like I'm all
The tiger,
happy.
for those of you.
Yeah, I'd be super stoked. So when my husband tells me that the coffee's ready, and then now I'll say, are there shrooms in it? And he says, yeah. And I'm all, wake up, baby. Let's go. Yeah, no,
right.
it's really great.
All right. Do less.
Not
and
sponsored,
shake
just
and
saying.
compression.
Yes. So making time, a lot of times people talk about like self-care. And then it seems like a burden. Like, oh God, I got to do all these things for self-care. But I've figured out like, oh, it's just self-care. How about I just eliminate a bunch of crap off my to-do list and not make it 100 things that I absolutely have to do. I'm like, doesn't need to be done, is not important, someone else's job. Don't worry about it. This is stupid. I'm on shrooms. Let's have a good day.
I love this dirty. This is a really neat dirty. I need more of this dirty.
Right? And then remember when I also had a thing where I couldn't drink alcohol because I thought I was allergic?
I know. Is it changed?
Yes.
Are we drinking again?
Oh, we're back to drinking.
Oh, well, what was it?
Ooh, thank God. Okay, so it turns out that I only get extreme red-faced and hot and agitated when I drink white wine. So I ain't no Chardonnay girl anymore. We're back to tequila.
So you found out you're allergic to wine.
No, I think that there are certain wines that have this certain thing, and I forgot what it's called, that has that effect on tannins, that have that effect on certain people. So I was, like just drinking all summer long, just having a good old time.
Which color?
And then wondering why the hell my face
Red
was
is
so
the
red.
tannin, I thought. No? It's white?
I don't know, girl.
You
I'm
just
just saying
told
I don't
no
drink
wine.
red wine
No
because
wine.
red wine stains your teeth.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that.
I ain't about that. So I drink white wine and it would blow up my face.
Okay,
and then
it
my
does have tannins.
my skin would be
Oh,
like
yeah. No, you told me the story.
funky for like 5 days. And then I was like in a bar in Vegas. We were doing the thing with flippers. And I drank some red wine. And Tati looked at me and she goes, what is wrong with your face?
It happened.
Yeah, she was like, girl,
This was
what is wrong
after
with
we
your face?"
talked.
Yeah, she was like, what's wrong with your face? And I'm like, well,
A
like
witness.
generally or... I mean, I kind of got a big nose, but like beyond that,
love your
what are we
nose.
talking about? It's Italian.
I love it. Ask my family. I have a thing for noses like yours. That's probably why I have a mad crush on you. But back to Tati.
You've seen my brown man, right? He's got a big nose too.
I'm not gonna. I'm not going to flirt with your husband, but I have noticed.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to, but if you wanted to, feel free. You'd make his day.
He's a damn good looking man. That's all I'm going to say.
He is in uber good shape these days.
Okay.
So trying to keep
back to Tati in Las Vegas. Drank your wine. She said, "What's wrong with your face?"
And I looked at, and I was just like, dude, I don't know, but there's something with this alcohol. Like, and then I thought, you know what? I have to quit because
She did. I was like buying her
quit for
drinks
3
that
months.
didn't have alcohol. I
I
was like,
was
here,
like-
try this.
And for 3 months, I was like,
This is
well,
hard.
this sucks.
Yeah. I'm
All
with you.
through
I'm like,
Christmas, I was just like, I really feel bad about it. I mean, I feel bad for, obviously, people who have challenges with alcohol and you have to quit. I can only imagine because I don't have a
difficult.
challenge with it and I had to quit and it sucked.
Yeah.
So that's just the brutal truth. I'm here for the truth. But then I had a moment and my husband was like, dude, I just think it's the white wine. Now, mind you, my husband has ulterior motives.
he likes it
He
when you
wants
drink.
me to drink.
Things are always better when the wifey's
He's
got
like,
a little buzz.
you should put this in your coffee. Like, he's just trying to get me to do less so I'm less of a bitch, right?
You keep saying that.
No, you
I
have
gotta
no
talk
idea.
to you. I gotta talk to your man.
Ask Yvonne.
I
He'll
need
tell
to know
you.
about this
I am
side of
not-
you.
I can get all like crazy and demanding. So he's like, I'm trying to medicate my wife. I really wish she could drink. So one night he's like, look, I got this bottle of tequila for as a gift, during Christmas. And he's like, why don't we just try? And I'm like, okay.
And you were at
And
home.
I could, and I was sipping on it, and I was like, how's my face look?
You sip and then have your
2
husband
drinks
check your
later,
face.
I'm all, my nose is still big, but my face looks okay. Skin is okay. I'm back to drinking.
Oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
so happy for you.
I know, me too.
I have found that for me, I am a cocktail gal and I've gotten very bougie. I do not drink a lot, but when I do, I spend the money on the very expensive alcohol. Expensiver. So
Love it.
I'm guessing the tequila you had with him was probably a nice one because it was a Christmas gift. Or
I know,
whatever,
and I'm queen of drinking the cheap stuff.
you
too,
can't.
So I can't.
You can't
anymore.
at our
Really,
age. It just doesn't process properly.
I mean, and bizarrely, I did not learn about that on TikTok. You would think that a video
Life
would
experience.
come around. Maybe I need to make
You
the
need to-
TikTok about it.
Yes, because you've lived
I'm
it.
gonna be like, girls, is your face blowing up after
they
drinking
give me
one glass
migraines.
of wine? Try tequila.
Tannins are a trigger for migraines for me, so that's why I never drink them. But probably my face would blow up too, but I won't know.
I mean, and
I
it's
don't drink.
crazy. I had to go to the airport after that with this just like moon face, just like glowing red, and like just my face was sweating. Okay. The rest of my body was fine. It's just sweating.
That's a
just,
gnarly
just
allergy.
only the face. It was like, girl, pay attention. We don't like this.
All right, that sounds like
So
good
anyway,
thing to end on.
Wait. Let me ask you a thing. What are so my ideas? We've if you've listened this far, do less. Pick and choose what I need to do, and then do it with intention and joy. What about you? Like, did you think December, like when January hits, I'm gonna do this?
I told you my thing. I'm not
that.
much of a New Year's resolution kind of person, but because of what was going on in my life and still is, I definitely had to like address my mindset and like live in the present and appreciate the good things that are happening around me.
Right.
Like, there's that old serenity prayer. God
Right.
grant me the serenity to change the things
No.
I can. Or
God grant me the
Serenity.
No.
do less.
Yes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make up a new one.
And the wisdom to know the difference. I don't know, something like that. Sinead O'Connor sang it.
Indivisible, under God. Go America.
Oh, wait. Is this way? This way.
En el nombre de Padre,
Padre,
Hijo, y Espíritu
sí.
Santo.
Do less. I think we're good.
Oh my God. No, now you're going to make me mad that I don't know that prayer, but it ain't Catholic. So
It's God grant me the serenity. Oh, no, the serenity to know the knowledge, the wisdom to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the serenity.
The difference. Oh my God.
This is just getting worse. It's just getting worse. We could look it up, but I think it's better to just let our friends know. They know what I'm trying to say. But
she about to throw the Pledge of Allegiance in there, some lyrics to an old song.
Bottom line is, I know just like you, do
the
less,
wisdom to know the
difference. Things, and to let go. You can't control it all.
I'm gonna have to look it up now.
Sorry. Well, while you look it up, I'm gonna shake. Say goodbye to your people.
Sonora. Okay, you guys, listen, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate it. And we hope to do more of these as I do less and have more time to just talk gibberish here on the Dirty Talks podcast. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. We love you guys.
We love you. Now go practice and we'll see you skating. Bye.